There's a voicemail you're gonna want to listen to.
Do you know my friend Penny Riley?
She's back.
Miss me?
Smile.
Why?
Sending a picture of my boyfriend.
Hey, hon.
I'm really not in the mood to run into anybody right now, Rena.
None of them do musical theater, so they've never even heard of you.
Oh well, Broadway. Or in this case, Showcase.
So I'm sure you heard what happened to me.
I think Erin Miller should have been fired.
I think I'm in for a good time.
We are at the launch party for Submissions Only, Season 2, Episode 1. It's incredibly exciting. A year ago, almost to the date, we started work on our first season, and it's just come so far, and we're so thrilled.
And we are now with BroadwayWorld.com, so we have a new home. It's like we have a new apartment, a new appliances.
Oh, yes. Didn't even register.
No, we didn't even have to register for it. Andrew and I were working together a year ago at the Dallas Theater Center doing It's a Bird, It's a Plane, It's Superman. And Andrew was already, well, you were already in the thick of the internet web media world.
Yeah, and we sort of collaborated on a little project down there, a little just like backstage video. And she kept coming up with all these hilarious ideas of things to do with the cast. It was like, you were rather smart, Kate Weatherhead. Interesting. And actually, her husband told her, you know, when you get back into the city, you two need to work on something together.
Yeah, he was like, that Andrew Keenan Bolger knows how to get stuff out there. And he said, you should make a web series together, which had never occurred to me ever. But I said it out loud, and sometimes to him, and sometimes that's all it takes.
It was truly, it was like, that's funny you say something, because I want to work with you on something, and I was just thinking, I want to start doing a web series.
Yeah, so the light bulb went off for both of us, and we started writing our pilot episode, I think the next day.
Yeah, while we were still
in production.
Yeah.
So it all happened very quickly, and I think that's a good thing, because if we had any idea how much work we were getting ourselves into, we would have run screaming in the opposite direction. We were so naive, and I actually think that's what worked to our advantage. Because if we had known anything, this probably never would have happened.
I'm playing Penny's mom. I can't wait. I can't wait. I'm such a huge fan of it, and then actually be able to be a part of it. It's a big deal. I feel like I'm very excited. I'm like starstruck. It's smart, funny, even if you're not in the business. It's just, you know, the humanity of it and the foibles that we all are as actors and people. It's just so sweetly and brilliantly represented, and it's just so much fun to watch. And like I said, I know everyone in there, and I can't wait to meet the next new person that's presented, and it's great. It's so great.
And I play Stephen Binsky's new love interest of Cameron. And basically, you know, there you see just a little bit about him. He pops in here and there. He's basically an actor who's kind of like put his career on the side because it's just not doing it for him anymore. And he kind of just wants to like hang out, be in a relationship, live upstate, cook, and like, you know. And he's basically, you'll just see a little bit more of him and like where the relationship is developing with Stephen. And everyone will have to just tune in to see what happens. As far as like favorite moments, I think I'm most excited about what's coming up this season between myself and the Stephen character, and our like our house that we rent upstate and get away, and our handyman. That's some of my favorite moments happen with our handyman. I think people will know what I'm talking about when they see the season premiere.
I'm definitely a fan of the show. I'm very excited for these guys. So there's a second season too. I think it's a very exciting feat that they accomplished there.
Absolutely. And do you have any plans to guest star in the near future?
Well, I have not been asked, so I guess no. I'm very excited for this teaser. Basically, anything involving Lindsay Chambers, I am a fan of. If Lindsay Chambers is in it, sign me up. Yeah, I love her. I love her.
All do, and I think a lot of our viewers are doing or want to be doing what this show is all about. You know?
People can relate to it, and it's smart. Yeah, it's not dumbing down at all. I think that's what makes it special.
I play Tim Troll, and Penny Riley and I are best friends in the show. We've known each other for a long time, came to New York. We're both sort of struggling in our own ways. I'm struggling to become a super successful casting director, and she would like to be a super successful actress. And we're sort of just taking this journey together to figure out, you know, how we're gonna do that, and laughing and, you know, joking the entire way.
Well, Raina is Penny's roommate, and she's sort of this very fortunate actress. You know, every time you see her, she's either, you know, in a callback for something, or she's collecting residual checks from some episode of The Good Wife that she's done. She seems to be doing really well in her career. And she's into the latest fads and juicing and, you know, crazy diets and things like that. She's sort of Penny's lovable, sort of quirky friend. And so far, we just started shooting a little bit of the next season. I don't know too much. I know that there's definitely going to be some more skin shown. Raina's very comfortable at home. I don't know too much, but I'm excited to see what happens and where she goes.
So the show's about making it in the business. Do you have any like particularly juicy or embarrassing stories about auditioning or anything like that?
Actually, yeah, my callback for Godspell, the show I'm in rehearsals for now, I had to do my own performance art piece of a parable, and I decided that I would use raw eggs in my piece, and I was crushing them into a bowl, and I squeezed one a little too hard, and it went all over the room. And Craig Burns is like on the floor helping me clean up my egg yolks. I'm just covered in egg, and I had to keep singing and doing my little bits. And then it went really well. There was egg all over the wall. 15 feet projectile radius. It was a lot of fun, and I got the job. So thank you, Juicy Egg Story.
I play Randall Moody, who is a new series regular for season 2. So I wasn't in season 1, but I'm gonna be in this season. You can expect some show T-shirts, some silliness. He's a reader for Tim's casting agency, and he is not. Doesn't have the great social graces.
You know, he's been filming stuff for years and putting them up on YouTube and really like helping our community get out to places that don't get to experience a lot of theater. I mean, when I was a kid, I grew up and like YouTube didn't exist, and we didn't get to like, you know, watch some of our favorite stars sing their favorite songs, or, you know, sing new music and give a place for people to do that. So this is a really cool thing that he's sharing with the world, I feel like, you know. Obviously, they get some of the best performers on Broadway to work on it. People that are kind of crossing over, doing things on Broadway and doing things on television and film. And really just the genius that is Andrew Keenan Bolger, I think, is really what makes the show so unique and special. I would love to be on Submissions Only. Give me a part.
Penny is, I think Penny hasn't quite figured out just how much hard work it takes to get what she wants. So I think she is constantly surprised by how unprepared she is for
the business.
For critical moments, yeah. As I write it, I try and maintain this sort of underdog quality for both Tim and Penny, because if we did succeed, it wouldn't be very interesting to watch.
Yeah, the show would be over.
If we got really great jobs and we're happy all the time, people would be like, "That's good for you," and they'd stop watching. So I think the inherent struggle in our characters is hopefully what keeps people invested as we climb the uphill battle of our careers.
All the time,
just bumping our faces and stuff. So.